Studies have shown Americans, and especially kids, do not read like they used to. And here in Shelby County, local leaders are hoping to change that narrative by making reading materials more accessible. They're setting up comic book vending machines to help young people become heroes of literacy. Joining us now to talk more about it are County Commissioner Erica Sugarman, School Board Member Tamarcus Porter, and Heal the Hood founder Liddell Beeman. We welcome you all to 3 at 3. Good to see everybody. You're looking good. How's everybody doing?
Good to see you.
Wonderful.
Very good. Good. I like that energy. I like that a lot. Liddell, let's start with you. Heroes of Literacy. This is a very cool concept. How did it come about and why?
Well, Commissioner Erica Sugarman, is all her fault.
That's how it came about.
Well, for me, it's always been about, heroes, superheroes, character development, and really being able to activate the imagination. When I was a kid, it was all about reaching up under your desk, pull out your imagination cap, put it on and imagine. That's how I was taught, in school, about having an active imagination. It was always about reading, and reading was always that passport that took you to wherever you wanted to go. And so that's a real huge factor that's missing out of the lifestyles of our kids. And so we can do anything to do that, and the comic book allows us to do that.
And once we become readers, can we also become superheroes as well in our communities?
It happened. Reading books made me put on a cape and jump out the roof.
What?
No, but hey, but I survived. I survived though.
I mean, this is breaking news here. This is what we're talking about. Commissioner, anybody who's known you over the years, we know your passion for young people. We know your passion for education, for improving our schools. How does this all kind of come together for you?
Well, as you know, I'm an educator. I've been in the classroom for 27 years. I've taught over 8,000 students. And it breaks my heart when I hear a 12th grader come to me and say, Ms. Sugarman, don't call on me. I'm illiterate. And it's still happening. It's even more
That's still happening today, because a lot of people may not grasp it and really say, oh, this cannot be true in 2025.
And it's not just black and brown kids either. And so Liddell Beeman, when I heard about his comic books, I said, we've got to get this in the hands of the young kids, because at a young age, that's when they're inspired, and that's when they really want to learn. And so he told me about his comic book. I said, well, how can we get into the schools, the grade schools? And he talked about the vending machine. I said, yes. And so as commissioner, I was able to give him some support, financial support through CEP. And so we put vending machines in almost every grade school in my district.
Your traditional type of vending machine, but in this case, we have books.
Correct, and they're tokens. And so their kids can just, get a token for whatever reason. It could be good behavior, whatever, and just put a token in and get a free book.
Mr. Porter, a lot of people will say this is something that's really desperately needed in our schools. What do you see? I mean, being a school board member yourself.
Well, if we're going to be pulling anything out of a vending machine, it needs to be a book, right? And so, but we oftentimes talk about the school to prison pipeline and how that's connected to literacy, and broadly it's connected to poverty. So, and we do know statistics say that the child, when they enter into the 3rd grade, the more words they hear from birth to 3rd grade, the more likely they'll be literate. And so just with this particular project, it's just great to have children have accessible vending machines and vending books they can have in each school.
Yeah. Liddell, how well has this gone over so far? And what do you want the community to know about how they can be a part of this?
For me, one day when we were having a ribbon cutting, one of the first ribbon cuttings, just to be able to see the kids excited about the machine talking to them as it spits out a book, that was one of the first things. And then when you have books, like, as a matter of fact, you're in one of the books.
You talking about me?
You're in one of the comic books that's going to be coming out.
This is kind of scary here for those who don't know.
But they'll get a chance to actually meet people. The thing that I love about these books is that they're written by Memphians. They're animated by Memphians, and you start seeing Memphis in a very positive light inside of these books. So there's people that probably would know Alex Coleman if they don't watch the news, but when they look in the comic book, they'll see Stan Bell and Alex Coleman and coming up Miss Commissioner Sugarman and just different people, that are doing amazing things, that are everyday heroes paired with the heroes that we've created. And so these kids also have the opportunity at some point to literally be reimagined in the comic books themselves. And that's a really good way to get a kid shaking a vending machine to see if they made the book. And so that's a really good idea.
That is really good for sure. Commissioner, we hear so much talk about the need for building new jails and things of that nature. But for something like this, when it comes to reading, can it really be transformative if we all work together?
The research shows that when kids see themselves and they can understand, they can be it. For example, so many times in the textbooks, the kids don't see themselves. It's like a window into someone else's life. But when they can see this as a mirror of their life, of their culture, of their history, then it inspires them, it motivates them, it builds self-esteem and self-identity. And a lot of these kids are lost. They don't see themselves in the books that they read at school.
Ms. Porter, is it also about the community as well? Because it's one thing to also uplift our young people, but what about their families, their parents, and the community as a whole when you do something like this?
Well, oftentimes we've all been educated, misinformed, or sometimes miseducated by a system. And so once the community recognizes that, and we have leaders and advocates that say, hey, we need a better system to teach our children how to read. The word reading means to decode and deciphering symbols. So we can get our children, our parents excited about, okay, well, I didn't know that it actually meant that. So what are the symbols? The symbols are the letters in the alphabet. And so if our children can understand that the letters that they write with actually come from Africa, if we could just start there, then maybe it may get them excited about learning something.
Liddell, we hear so much talk these days about bringing high-tech jobs, the so-called digital delta being a big part of Memphis. How can our young people, through reading, also become a part of this and actually make it something tangible?
One of the things that I was talking to Board Member Porter about was a lot of times, you know, I was raised to believe that if your hands, and even the psychology, if it's touching a book in the pages, there's something psychologically that happens when you can maintain more information if your fingertips are actually touching a book versus digital technology. You maintain more. Even when you're writing, your brain maintains more when you're writing and scribing. And so when you think about the word scribe, you think about prescription. And so literally, literacy can be a prescription if you're reading the right scribes. See, and so it's just amazing to be able to touch your hands to that book and see things. And I think the thing that got me, and I'll say it really quickly, my cousins had a fit on a cruise ship when they couldn't access their phones. They couldn't use the Wi-Fi. And I said, wait a second. And so that took me off social media for the last few months because I was like, we're really addicted to technology. So much to the point that we're missing an entire generation. We're missing so many different interactions that are happening because we're glued to technology. And so it's so important that it's a mission for us to really be able to get kids reading again and touching physical books.
Commissioner, the last word is yours. The urgency, what do folks need to know? Is the time now to start making this change that you all are talking about when it comes to reading?
Yes, definitely, because in order to have these high-tech jobs, they have to do the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic. And one thing I want to say is that about Liddell Beaman, he is so inspiring. And in fact, he's talking about now to get kids involved in the writing process, writing the books, creating the caricatures and everything. So he is an inspiration. He is a jewel. And so again, I support both my commissioner, Porter. He's very supportive, as well as Liddell Beaman. We both support Liddell Beaman.
Let's put it this way: all three of you are superheroes that Memphis needs for sure.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate all three of you being here. Thank you very much. Let's keep this conversation going.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We will be back in just a moment.